Ajinkya Rahane might have unfortunately missed out on what would have been a well-deserved century on his test match comeback for India, but his fighting 89 ensured that India was spared the major blushes of actually being bundled out for a very cheap target. Now again, conceding a 173 run lead in the first innings is hardly ideal, but without that knock from Rahane and in fact a 50 from Shardul Thakur, things could have been so much more worse for the Indians, who once again ended up suffering a rather depressingly familiar collapse at the top order. Now, Rahane, of course, was the man more so in focus because, again, he'd come back into the team based on a good season in domestic cricket as well as a couple of really good knocks in the Indian Premier League. So the expectation was at least that he was in form, but would he be able to replicate that at test level? Well, he proved that he can in fact do that and then some. In fact, so good was his knock that it ended up just sending social media in awe, and many people were of the opinion that Rahane should have never really been dropped in the first place, whereas others, well, they just lavished praise on him as he deserved it. We figured we'd pick out some of the best reactions for you guys and do a little video on it. So this is that video for you. Let's check out what we felt were some of the best reactions from social media. We had one user named Vishal say that this is not just a 50, it's a hope that Ajinkya Rahane is giving to all Indians. Bow to this man. Another user said that your apology needs to be as loud as your disrespect was. Well played, Ajinkya Rahane. Well played indeed it was. Yet another user said that form is temporary, class is permanent. The best overseas batter of India is back with a bang. Ajinkya Rahane with a heart emoji there. Another user with the name of 4 overthrows pointed out something rather interesting and controversial at the same time, is that Virat Kohli is averaging 20.20 in Test cricket since the start of 2020, but it's Ajinkya Rahane who was dropped from the team. Oof, talk about a hot take. Aditya Yadav said that it was just pure class and it was really good cricket from Ajinkya Rahane. You absolute beauty. And again, it's hard to disagree with that take at all. Yet another user saying, Nilesh, saying that Ajinkya Rahane is just showing that technique is everything in Test cricket. It does not matter if you've come after 18 months in a side or after playing a shorter format. If you're playing Test cricket, you need to have a proper technique, and that's certainly one very interesting way of looking at it, because we talked a lot about IPL and maybe stepping out of that, but Rahane, well, he just proved that you don't really need to worry about that. Manoj Chauhan says that Ajinkya Rahane was trolled and mocked when he was selected for the WTC on the basis of 2 IPL knocks. He stayed silent, and today he gave an answer to all with his bat by making a 50 on a pitch where the likes of Kohli and Rohit failed. Another user said, and this is a rather interesting observation, is that India have won a total of 4 tests in England in the last 16 years. Ajinkya Rahane had 50 plus scores in 3 of those matches, and he has now scored a 50 here. So that is definitely one very interesting way of looking at this entire debate. But the simple fact of the matter is that without this man on your screen right now, Ajinkya Rahane, you would not in fact be even thinking about or dreaming of a win. In fact, considering just how badly India were down and out at one point, it looked like you were in for, at the very least, a loss, of not a heavy loss, which very much looked on the cards. But even now, despite the fact that Australia have the advantage, India have been going in with a fighting chance, thanks in no small part to this man's knock. And it really is testament to just how much he really wanted this more than anything else, that he could come back to Test cricket, look like he had never left, showed his class yet again, and as he's done so often in the past, gives India a fighting chance to get away with at least a draw, if not an outright win in this particular Test match. What was your reaction to Ajinkya Rahane's wonderful knock? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and don't forget to download the AajTak app as well. Plus, if you're already on the channel, you can go ahead and check out some other videos that we've done. For now, from my side, goodbye.